वेलकम टू वर्ल्ड आईक्यू। आप सभी का स्वागत है वर्ल्ड आईक्यू में। पिछले वीडियो में हमने देखा था कि यूएसएसआर का फॉर्मेशन कैसे हुआ, यूएसएसआर स्टेट का नेचर कैसा था, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या थी, उसकी वीकनेसेस क्या थी। तो इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि आखिरकार यूएसएसआर का डिसइंटीग्रेशन हुआ कैसे, जो कि 15 देशों में टूट गया 1991 में। और ये रहे वो 15 के 15 देशों नीचे। So the first factor of the disintegration was the structural and the institutional weaknesses. The Soviet political and economic system became rigid and inefficient over the time. Their institutions failed to respond to changing needs and aspirations of the society, leading to widespread dissatisfaction among the citizens. Second factor was the prolonged economic stagnations. Continuous stagnation from 1970s resulted in shortages of the essential consumer goods because financial support to Eastern European satellite states and the Central Asian republics, which increased the economic strength on the Soviet Union. Now, the third factor was the growing awareness of the Western progress. Soviet citizens increasingly compared their living of standards with Western capitalist countries. This visual gap in technology, infrastructure, quality of life created disillusionment with the socialism. And the fourth factor was the authoritarianism and the corruption. The one party system lacked accountability, transparency, public participation, bureaucratic inefficiency, corruption, and concentration of power, which alienated the citizens. And the privileged parties' elites widened the gap between the rulers and the public. Now, the fifth factor was the Mikhail Gorbachev's reform. The policies like Glasnost, which means openness, and the Perestroika, which means restructuring the economy, aimed to revive this system. But, however, the reforms unintentionally destabilized the system by raising expectations and weakening the central control. And the most important was the rise of nationalism among the Baltic states like Ukraine, Georgia. These regions demanded the autonomy and the independence, undermining unity. And we know there was a time of Cold War militarization, which weakened the Soviet economy. Excessive military expenditure. A large share of national income was devoted to defense and the nuclear weapons. Resources were diverted from the productive sectors like agriculture and consumer industries to the military. And the arm race pressure. Continuous competition with the United States and the Western European countries in nuclear and the conventional weapons required massive spending for maintaining a strategic parity imposed on the long-term financial strain on the Soviet Union, which created instability and finally disintegrated in the 1991 within the 15 countries, and Russia emerged as the largest one and the successor state. So आपको अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर दें।